Hello everybody, I'm Krasi, and today I will talk about happiness. Is the person happy? Is she or her happy, and how this can be seen in the chart? This is not just something that we discover in someone's birth chart just for our information, but this is important knowledge so that we can help people with this knowledge so that if they don't feel happy, to start feeling happy or to work on certain aspects in their charts. What I will tell you, I found out myself through observation, analysis of different charts, and I will tell you that I find this important and very, very interesting. So I will show you in a second a randomly chosen chart, and I will show you how I approach this particular subject. Before I show you the chart, just to tell you something very interesting which I discovered, and it is the relationship, the correlation between wisdom and happiness. The wiser the person is, even if the chart is difficult, the happier he or she is, because this shows the wisdom is about deep understanding of spirituality, of the reality, of the matrix that we live in. Wisdom is about understanding that we are the authors of our own emotions, of our own happiness, and we are the ones that create our reality. So I will talk about this in a while, the correlation between wisdom and happiness, because this is amazing. Because I've seen charts, very, very difficult charts of people who would have, for example, invisible combust moon, which is ruling the ascendant and which is in the 8th house. And these people would have difficult life, like losing their parents at very early age, and still these people will be very, very happy through understanding and through finding out that happiness is in ourselves and we are creating. We are the authors of our own happiness, and nobody else can do this for us. So this is to tell you my own discovery that I found out, and that I found very, very amazing, and it is amazing and important to share with you, so that you know that our happiness is in our hands. However, knowing the placements in the chart will help us to work on certain aspects and reaching the happiness of the soul that we all want to. Actually, who doesn't want to be happy? So happiness is in our hands, and it is a matter of wisdom, yes, to understand, matter of wisdom, matter of knowledge, to understand also our charts in order to become happy. So let me share my screen with you, where I will show you just a randomly chosen chart to show you how I see if the person is happy or not. And of course, when knowing this, we can work on this. All right, so this is the chart that I'm showing you. Before looking at this particular chart, I will use the placements of this zodiac just to show you how I make the analysis. First of all, I noticed that the concept of light is very, very much related to the happiness. This is purely, when you don't look at astrology, just try to imagine how happy are we when the sun is shining, when we are in the forest, in the nature. So this is pretty much applicable in the birth chart. The same thing is valid for the birth chart. But how you understand the concept of light in astrology? In the ancient astrology, this is called highs or sects. And this is so that you need to find out first, for example, this particular chart, this is diurnal, daily birth because the sun is above the horizon. But also, you can see that the chart, the zodiac, has diurnal, daily, and nocturnal night sections. For example, this particular half, if you split the chart in two halves, the half which is above the horizon is diurnal, and the half which is under the horizon is nocturnal. And then if you cut imaginary the chart into 4 squares, like you cut it, from ascendant to midheaven, this section is daily, diurnal. From midheaven to descendant, this section is nocturnal. From descendant to lower meridian here, this section is diurnal. And from lower meridian until ascendant, this section is nocturnal. So the more planets one person has in diurnal, in daily section where the light is more, the happier the person will be. In addition to that, I will tell you that there are houses in the horoscope, in the chart, with very specific meaning, which is not the typical meaning that you would know from the modern astrology, but it is an ancient naming of the houses. And I will tell you that the 11th house, which is related to gains, 11th and 5th house are the children, are also gains. So, and luck. So the 11th house is also called the house of the good spirit. And the 5th house is called the house of the good fortune. So you can see that also these two houses are placed in the diurnal, in the daily sections of the zodiac. So if the person has many planets in the 11th and the 5th houses, this person tends to be happier or to exhibit certain amount, let's say, of happiness. Well, yes, you would say Saturn can influence the person, if aspecting the ascendant or luminary, can influence the person in negative way and create melancholy. Yes, that is true. This is also needs to be taken into consideration. But the amount of light in the horoscope and the amount of planets placed in the light parts or the lighter parts of the horoscopes are of key importance when analyzing whether the person is happy or not. You have also other way of looking at the sect and the lights, like saying that, oh, masculine zodiacal signs are diurnal and the female are nocturnal. Yes, this is also important. The more light in the chart, the happier the person will be. This is one thing, and this you can use when you see how to help the person who is approaching you when seeking advice and help from you. And then you can give the advice for improving the state of happiness. But the key advice that I would give in this case is what I learned through the wisdom, to those difficult charts that I saw, and some of them belong to family of mine, people that I know. And I noticed that these people have very difficult charts. As I told you, with losing early parents, and all this is visible in the charts. And still, these people are very happy, because I will tell you that wisdom is strongly associated with happiness. So I would like to stop here, because this is important, and this may be the most useful part of my brief otherwise analysis. So if you have questions and comments, don't hesitate to write me. Thank you so much.